If you love vintage homes, you will love this Dutch colonial that's right behind me that was built in 1917, over 100 years ago. In 2020, it was honored a Griffin Award from a preservation society for outstanding contributions in historic preservation. As the award suggests, this home has been lovingly restored with care and respect for its legacy and now has modern updates that provide peace of mind with new wiring, which is very, very important, especially for homes that were built over 100 years ago. Also plumbing, new roof, reinforced floors, and siding milled to match the original where needed. This home is located in North Asheville in Grove Park neighborhood at the very end of Charlotte Street, where you can see golf course right there, just, a minute walk from the property. Downtown is also in a walking distance. I can see downtown buildings from here, but this end of Charlotte Street is super quiet. Like I said, it's the very end. There's barely any cars. I've seen 2 cars go by, and only really from people who live on this very quiet street. Now, Grove Park Inn is also within walking distance from here. You can see it from the drone shots. And as I mentioned in many of my other videos, North Asheville is one of the most established parts of town. It's probably the only part of town that is mostly walkable. I mean, the sidewalks here along Charlotte Street, you can walk to several different restaurants that are located at the end of Charlotte Street. You can walk anywhere here. We just met a neighbor who lives next door to a house that I'm gonna show you, and he was just walking his dog off leash. So very established, very quiet, very peaceful. And North Asheville is one of those places that has probably the biggest number of historic older homes. A lot of them have been renovated and updated, like this one. Some of them have not been, but it is the collection of probably, like I said, the biggest number of historic older homes. So if you are into character and charm, let's go and take a look at what you can get right now in Asheville, North Carolina, 28801 zip code for a little over $1 million. It is not uncommon in areas like North Asheville, West Asheville, the West Asheville, where houses older, they don't have garages. This house does not have a garage, but this house does have a driveway. And it can fit, I want to say 3, 4, maybe even 5 cars. So you don't have to park on the street, but a lot of neighbors do park on the street here. So that is something to keep in mind. A lot of these older homes in all these established neighborhoods do not have garages. Some of them don't even have driveways like this or alleys to park in. So a lot of people park on the street. And I feel like it would be really unfair to just say that this house is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house, a little over 2,200 square foot in size, because it's just not gonna give it justice. Just like comparing some houses and looking at price per square foot. It's what goes into the house that counts and matters, and what was done and how it all comes together, especially in houses like this one that are 100 years old. Over 100 years old, excuse me. And so what I love about homes like this, when they were preserved and maintained, are all those original features. And it even has a little plaque here that says the switch plate and many of the other fixtures and details are original to the house. Like, how cool is that? Squeaky floors, of course. We're gonna go upstairs later. And I haven't seen it myself. The lights were on. We were just kind of opening the door and coming in. So I'm looking at it with you. I haven't seen it before. So original windows here, at least, all wooden. Keep in mind that may not be as energy efficient. They are single pane, but oh my God, so much character. Like, that's not something that you see in new homes. Pretty tall ceilings, so I love that. And from this living room, sitting room, we get into the dining room, We'll have all these details here, and here's your Griffin Award for the work that was done on this house. There's a whole folder of documented work that was done on this house that is amazing, with dates and articles and pictures of the past. So I'm bringing attention to something like this because it is important to know that previous owners, the sellers, took good care of the property. And when you have this very, detailed documentation of what they did, how they did it, when they did it, pictures, like all the detail, all the attention to detail, you have more confidence, and I have more confidence as an agent that there will be less things that will come up, that there will be less skeletons behind the walls in properties like this. And it doesn't matter really what age it is. I've seen some pretty bad skeletons in much newer homes. So from dining room, we get into, oh, by the way, those windows, the original windows, the glass is not even, and you can see it. Probably the camera will not do it justice, but I just caught that. This is, let's see, where are we going? So from the dining room, we get into like a little back room, not powder room. There is a powder room in the back, but also like a mud room, because this is also the door to the back patio. And then the kitchen. Granite countertops. I love this. Don't think I've ever seen cabinets in the kitchen made like this, in this style, almost like Amish furniture, or maybe it's not Amish. I don't want to offend anybody. So if you know what style this is, put it in the comments, but it looks like Amish furniture style. So it looks very much in line with its original character, as well as having like all these modern features and things that they put in. Cool fridge. All right, keep on going from the kitchen, wood floors. We get into another, like a informal sitting room, or, I mean, you can use it as an office or sunroom. These knobs, just love these knobs in all the homes. From here, you get into like a little backyard, little courtyard that's completely fenced in. It's not huge, and it's super low maintenance because it's got wood here and just a little bit of space for a little bit of gardening, maybe flowers, plants, a little shed there. Yeah, you see neighbors all around, but that's just how it goes. It's more about location than the fact that you are getting a property like this that's historic, that was completely renovated, preserved, with having all the, or a lot of original features. So let's keep on going and go upstairs. I was on my way to go upstairs when I saw this little slim door. And I was like, what's behind it? With another cool knob. And this is a little powder room. This is a little half bath. And check this out. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to owners who are meticulously kind of caring for their property. So this is the photo of the abandoned sink. That is the same sink that is here right now. Check this out. How cool is that? There's a little toilet. So cute. I guarantee you, if you decide to make an offer on a property like this and do an inspection, which I highly recommend, any inspector will say that these railings are too low and are not done by the code, although they will not put that exact language because they're not going to use the word code in the report. But anyways, back in the day, this was probably by the code, but not anymore. But that's just what you get when we buy older homes. And this vintage stained glass says does not convey, but it's possibly for sale for $3,000 each. So in other words, everything is negotiable. Wherever you see, you can make an offer, right? And up the stairs, first you get into another office space, or maybe sitting room, can be also a little bedroom with cool features, original windows, wood floors, ceiling fan. I mean, I don't know why I'm just naming you what I'm seeing. This is probably a Can be any kind of closet, linen closet or coat closet. Here you have one bedroom. Oh, it's nicely decorated. I think anybody's buying this house, they just should make an offer on everything that's here. Just everything goes so well with it. And another bedroom. Oh, and this one is actually a primary suite. So this is a queen size bed, I think. It's not king. King may fit in here, but it'll be tight, okay? And wow, that's a good size primary bathroom. I did not expect this from an older home like this. And of course, it was completely remodeled. It wasn't original. Now it has this giant shower. Oh, I love the tile. Oh my God. I'm gonna take pictures for my personal ideas. Same kind of wooden cabinetry goes from kitchen into all the bathrooms. Pretty tall counters. A lot of older homes have very short counters. I don't know why. Maybe people back in the day were shorter. Custom cabinetry, neolith stone in the shower and countertops, heated floor tile, score, and of course a nice and sunny window here. So this is your primary suite. That's a good size. I'm impressed. Let's look. Not huge for a primary suite, but the fact that it's there in a 1917 home is huge. And so we have one more as we turn the corner and the floor slopes down. We get into another bathroom. I love this. It's completely different style than the primary. So lighter countertop, different stone, and it says original penny tile floors. Wow. So these are the kind of tile floors that will be timeless. Over 100 years later, they are popular and these guys are still here. Original tub. Check this out. Original tub, people. I'm sure the fixtures are not original and plumbing, but the tub is very nice and it's a good size. I've seen some tubs in some new construction these days that are tiny. They're like this big. I'm like, my child will not fit in here. But this one is big. It's very functional, timeless look. You just have to come here to appreciate everything. There's your access to the attic. By the way, I just found out that per new or current code, builders don't even have to put attic access if there's nothing in the attic like HVAC or hot water heater. There's nothing mechanical there. They don't even have to put access. Interesting. The more you know. In 2018, the current owners entrusted the award-winning firm Adams & Adams to thoughtfully preserve, remodel, and revitalize this home. It's got custom oak cabinetry, the arts and crafts style that was crafted for the kitchen, living room, primary bath, and mudroom. The chef's kitchen seamlessly blends high-end appliances with the warmth of handcrafted tile and rich accents. This one is definitely one of the coolest homes here in Asheville, North Carolina, when it comes to older historic homes. And you can see and feel how much care and love current sellers put into it, preserving it and renovating it. I generally do not recommend a home like this to first-time home buyers. Of course, this price point might be probably most likely out of first-time home buyers' budget anyways, but I would feel a lot more confident if my buyers had previous experience with historic homes or with older homes, because it is a lot of responsibility. Yes, it's cool and it's just absolutely amazing, but you need to be prepared and preferably have experience maintaining homes like this, preserving homes like this. You need to have budget allocated to things that may come up. Things come up in any home, but with older homes, even more so. There's more chance that something might come up or something needs to be updated or brought up to speed. And the older the home, especially if it's a historic home, the cost goes up typically. So if you have any questions about this home or what it's like to live in North Asheville or in Grove Park neighborhood, part of North Asheville, reach out to me and my team. Our contact information is down in the description, and we will be happy to go over all your options and discuss what is it that will work for you and your family.